Hello everyone, so it feels like ages since I've been sat here filming a video from my bedroom, but I am finally back, woo! I hope you all enjoyed my Disneyland Paris vlogs. I had such an amazing time there, and I really miss it and wish I could live there for the rest of my life. But to help me get over my post-Disney blues, I thought it would be fun to do a Disney haul and show you everything that I bought while I was in Disneyland Paris. And if you're going to Disneyland Paris or a Disney park, then maybe this will help you decide on what you want to buy. Let's go. So I'm going to start with the souvenirs that I got. But I'll start with what I got my nan. Now my nan always tells me never to buy her anything, don't waste my money on her, blah 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 blah. But I wanted to get her something a little, so I just picked her up a key ring. So this is the key ring. It says Disneyland Paris and it's like a spinny thing, so it spins around. On that side is Mickey and the Eiffel Tower, and on this side is the castle, the ears, and yeah, just the castle and the ears. This was €5.99, which isn't too bad. It's quite like a sturdy key ring. I think it will last quite a while. I haven't given it to my nan yet. I'll give it to her later, so hopefully she likes this. The next thing I got was for my mum. Now, when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. That is one of the cutest things I've ever seen, but I won't use it. It is a mug. Now, I don't drink hot drinks, as you probably know. I've mentioned it a few times, but I just wanted this in my house, so I was like, I'll get it for my mum. It is a Alice in Wonderland mug, and as you can see, it looks like 3 teacups stacked on top of each other, but it's actually just a mug. So on the black mug, it's got Alice and the Mad Hatter, and it has some of the quotes on it, like I'm late for a very important date, curiouser and curiouser, drink your tea or off with your head. And then on top is a white mug, and there's some little floral decorations, and then at the top there's a little drink me sign. And there was actually quite a few Alice in Wonderland mugs there. It seemed to be some like collection. There was this really cool mug which looks like it had melted, and there was a teacup and saucer mug in the shape of the Mad Hatter's hat. But I really like this one, and our kitchen is like black and white. We've got a lot of black and white mugs and dishes and plates, so I thought my mum would like this one the best. This one was €12.99, which I think is pretty good for, like, this is quite a big mug, a good sized mug, and it's very decorative, so I think it was an alright price for Disney standards anyway. And the final souvenir I got was for Holly. I asked her before I went away what her favourite Disney character was, and she said Squirt from Finding Nemo, the little turtle. So I was looking everywhere to try and find something to do with that, and I found a Squirt teddy, but it was made of like felt material. It wasn't soft at all. So I texted her saying, I don't think you'll want it, it feels horrible. So she just said to me, just get anything cute. So this is the cutest thing I could find, and I almost bought this for myself, but I bought something else you'll see later. It is this. I'm pretty sure this is called Angel. It's Stitch's girlfriend, if I'm correct. I haven't watched that film with her in, but now I have seen her, I need to, because she is adorable. She's really, really soft, especially these parts here, her little antennas. And I just really like the colour, like it fits in well with Holly's bedroom. And I was very close to keeping this for myself, but had to use a lot of willpower to give it away. This was €15.99, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Now on to what I bought myself. So I think the most obvious thing is these mini ears that I'm wearing. Me and my friends all bought these as soon as we got into our hotel. We went to the hotel shop and bought some mini ears and literally wore them for the rest of the holiday. And I know I'm just going to be wearing them around the house just to stay in the Disney mood. I was really concerned that they were going to be uncomfortable, but when I first wore them they were slightly, but they seemed to have stretched a little bit and fitted to the shape of my head. And they are really soft, and I kept forgetting that I was wearing them eventually. And if I am correct, these were €14. I've been to Disneyland Paris 6 times and I never bought myself some mini ears, so I thought it was about time. The next thing that me and my friends purchased was also from the hotel shop, and that was the Disney PhotoPass Plus system thingamabobby. Basically, this is a card which allows you to get unlimited amount of photos, like ride photos, character meet and greet photos, all the professional photos that gets taken of you. The original price was €50, but I got sent a €10 off voucher by email a week before we left. So if you are thinking about getting the PhotoPass, I would recommend waiting until you're at the park to get it, because you can buy it when you're booking your holiday, but most of the time they will send you a voucher, you know, to try and get you to buy something else. I do think it's worth it, especially because me and my friends ended up splitting the cost between 3 of us, so it actually came to €13 each, and we got about 20 photos, I'd say. Yeah, something like that, and they are hilarious. You've probably seen a few of my vlogs, but it was definitely worth the money, because I think this, like, if you want to buy one professional printed out photo with a frame, it's normally about 10 to 15 euros, which is very expensive. And to be honest, I only want them for social media, and I can print them out at home here, the really nice ones. So yeah, definitely worth it. I definitely buy it. So I'm going to start with the small things and get off bigger, just so it gets more exciting as it goes along and less boring. So the first thing I got, as I'm a taste tester, I thought, you know what, I might as well show these, because I think everybody needs to know that these things exist. We were very conscious about saving our money, and one night we went to a shop which is in the Disneyland train station. So it's off-site, so it's a lot cheaper, and we ended up buying sandwiches and crisps and biscuits and all that for our hotel room. And I bought these. These are Casino Mention Bien Chocolat Blanc. These are white chocolate biscuits, and I can't even explain to you how good these taste. It's rare we get white chocolate biscuits here, but I absolutely love white chocolate. So when I found these, I was like, ho 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 ho, and I ended up giving my friends a few, and then we all ended up buying a box each on our last day. So these are fabulous. If you're in France, buy these. So as you all know, I have just recently passed my driving test and bought a car, which means I have my own set of car keys now, and I don't actually have a keyring for them, and so I knew that Disneyland did really nice keyrings, so I waited until I went to Disney to buy a keyring, and I bought this one. So this is sort of like a twisted metal style keyring. It's got little mini faces and swirls and flowers, and then you probably can't tell, but in the middle it does say Disney in tiny writing. I really like this because it's sort of subtle. I am quite a fan of the subtle Disney. It's not in your face, it's not like a massive Mickey Mouse hanging off of it. So I was really pleased with this one, and this one was €6.99. It was one of the more expensive keyrings, but I just really wanted one. That was the only thing I had on my list of things I wanted to buy, was a keyring. So I'm really happy with that. The next thing I bought, I don't really know why I bought it. I just saw it and was like, do you know what, I'm gonna buy it. It was on the last day, and it was €9.99, and it's this mug. It's one of those ones that keeps your drinks warm or cold. For me, I just love cold water, so having one of these would be nice. I just have something with cups. I can't collect mugs because I don't drink hot drinks, so cups are the second best thing. It's just a Ratatouille one. It's just got Ratatouille print going around it, and then there's a little thing like that to open and close the drink. And yeah, I went on the Ratatouille ride. I love Ratatouille films, so I thought, why not? And I bought it. Then I bought a pack of 6 pens. The first time I ever went to Disneyland Paris, I was 9 years old, I bought a pack of 6 pens, and I've just finished using my last pen from that pack, so it's lasted me 11 years. So I thought I need to buy some more. These are really cute because it's got the characters on the top of each pen lid, and they're all dressed in different ride costumes. Stitch is dressed as for the Tower of Terror, Minnie is dressed for... She's dressed as a princess, but there's the carousel on the actual pen. Goofy's dressed for the Phantom Manor, and he's got the Phantom Manor on the pen. And who is that? So Goofy's on there twice for some reason, and he's dressed Indiana Jones style for the Indiana Jones ride. Donald is sat on a Space Mountain ride. And finally Mickey is by the castle. These were $11.99, which I thought it was a little bit expensive, but they do last a really long time, 11 years for me, and I do a lot of writing because I work from home and I study from home, so yeah, that's why I bought them. Basically in the Disney Village there is a Disney fashion shop, and it does a lot of clothing and jewellery, and I was very close to buying some pyjamas, but as I've said before, I have a pyjama obsession and I have about 35 pyjamas, and clothing is very expensive in Disneyland. Like, t-shirts are about €30, jackets and hoodies are about 50, 60 euros, but the jewellery was actually not too bad. And I bought this ring. I'm not sure what finger you're meant to have this ring on, but I have really tiny fingers, so it only fits on my thumb, but I think it looks nice as a thumb ring. It has a letter A, and then it's got a little crystal Mickey Mouse underneath. I just thought it was really cute. They had obviously every letter of the alphabet there, and this was, if I can remember rightly, £17.99, so €18. They did a similar ring which my friend Emily got in the colour of your birthstones, and they were really pretty as well, but me and Emily are both October, so she got the birthstone, I got the letter. And obviously with my YouTube channel I thought, hey, woo! The next thing I bought, I sort of fell in love with when I saw it, and I thought I have to have it. I never thought about having one, it wasn't on my list of things I wanted to buy, but I saw it and was like, I need that. It is a photo album. It's so nice. It's, like I said, it's a subtle Disney. You might be able to tell, it says Disneyland Paris here. It's fake leather, and there's a little gold sort of pendant thing with Mickey and the Eiffel Tower, and it says Paris. This album is 50 pages and it fits 200 pictures, and I just really like it. I really want to fill it with the pictures that I took from this trip, and then obviously just fill it with whatever other pictures I take. And this was $28.99, which I thought it was going to be in the 30s, to be honest, because photo albums can be quite expensive, but it's just a really nice thing to have. I don't have many photo albums, but it's a really nice thing to have rather than having everything online. Just having a physical copy of pictures just to be able to flick through. I just really like the idea of that, so very happy with this. And the final thing I bought, some people may say that I am too grown up for one of these, but I will tell them to shut up. I bought a teddy, and the teddy I bought was Lotso, Hugging Bear from Toy Story 3. Now I was very torn between which teddy to buy. There was so many there. I knew I was going to come home with one, I just couldn't help myself. It was between this one and a 101 Dalmatian, but I settled for this one because it is so soft. Like, I wish you could feel how soft this was, but it was the softest thing I've ever felt in my life. And it's really squishy, and to top it all off, it smells like strawberries. And me and my friend were trying to think of excuses and reasons why it was okay for us to buy one of these, and we were like, oh, he needs a good home, he's a villain, he's taking all his anger out in the film because he was neglected, so he needs a good home. Just thinking of ways where we were 21 years old and buying teddies, but who cares, it's Disneyland and I bought him, so. And if people think that's weird, then, well, you're the ones missing out, because now my room smells of strawberries. And this was €25.99. He's one of the bigger teddies, he's like the medium-sized one, but he's really cute. And he could be used as a pillow. Anyway, that is the end of my Disney haul. I hope you all enjoyed. I actually ended up coming home with a couple of €100 to spare, so that was good. So I didn't go too nuts. I could have done very easily, but I used a lot of willpower to come home with just this amount of stuff. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon, very soon, for another video. Bye!